myself. Oh no, give me that cell. Oh, I gotta go like Cobain. 8 years to the grave, gone insane. My blood got propane. How you gon' go and throw my name with shame? Already cross-faded, making it to the disco. I hate it, and you know how this goes. You framed it, picture painted in my room. This that real life shit, none of Zoom, got the scene in it.
Make sure you subscribe to JerCrispy.
What's up, y'all? It's your host, the most that does the most. JerCrispy, welcome back to another video. The game that defined an entire generation of hip-hop fans, GTA. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow our social media. It's gonna pop on the screen. Let's see what they got going on with this shit.
How movies and TV are made, and even how we speak. The genre's contributions to the world as we know it are so numerous that it's basically unparalleled by any other musical form. And as it blew up, it didn't just change culture, it became culture. Hip-hop churned into the most popular genre on the planet, rolling the charts for years and churning artists into icons.
Right.
But here's something you might not know. Without hip-hop, one of the most iconic games in the world might not look or feel anything like it does today.
Oh shit.
Here we go again.
It's your boy Luesta, and this is how hip-hop defined an entire generation through Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Much like hip-hop, the Grand Theft Auto series has been subjected to endless attempts at
Andres.
censorship and has faced endless backlash from politicians and media who blamed it for corrupting the youth.
If you put it just really simply, these violent video games are stealing the innocence.
You know how that's really crazy that only these type of people, older people, it always got a problem with a game, a book, or a video, or a person in general. If the world would be 10 times better if we start worrying what the fuck does everybody else got on their plate. You need to worry about it. Just come save the world. You need to help us get our tax refund. You need to tell Trump ass stop fucking trying to bomb Iran and let us fucking be cool. Yeah, that's what y'all need to chill out. Y'all probably regular ass chill, regular stupid dumb ass chill. Anywho, y'all need to chill out. Like, just chill. Like, the world would be better if y'all worry about your own business. Y'all must be that bored. Got to be that bored. Ain't no way you that bored.
Of our children. And it is certainly making the job of being a parent even more difficult. So the time has come.
How? How that making your job? The nigga is on the little dude is on the game. You in the front talking to your her homegirl, your mama, grandma, or whoever you talking to on the phone. It could be Lil John from the up street. You talking to that nigga like, come on now, bro.
To put on the brakes and to just insist that parents know what material is in the video games their children play.
But even with the constant attempts from political entities to try and bring Rockstar Games' biggest franchise down, it stands tall. And with GTA 6 now officially set for release in May of 2026, it's as strong as ever. And naturally, the attempts to prohibit young eyes from seeing the adventures of CJ, Tommy Vercetti, Claude Speed, and every other GTA protagonist across both mainline games and expansion packs, it didn't stop a generation of kids from essentially growing up on it.
Right.
And among them is a whole host of rappers who became household names, where getting your song in a video game is probably always cool. The impact of GTA on the masses is so pronounced that hearing his song on the in-game radio prompted a fully grown Soulja Boy to basically lose his mind.
Oh shit. My song go. I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room and built a Wix website to sell them.
I'll be lit too. I'll be lit as hell too. Imagine your song that you made like long time ago. Now that bitch on that bitch, I'll be turned up like Soulja Boy too.
But it's my first time hearing it. I told y'all today was gonna be a good day. What? As soon as I turn the radio on, grab the fire like a big soldier.
The same goes for the iconic producer, Metro Boomin,
Yeah.
who saw it as a full circle moment when he got his track.
That famous ass beat he made, that one off that album he made, him and verse like it was a fire hymn or something like that. And the other dude who made that song, Don Tiller dude, like too many nights I went famous and
for GTA 5.
Man, we had really fought Grand Theft Auto a whole lot growing up. Like, Grand Theft Auto was everything. Grand Theft Auto Vice City and San Andreas. Cause I always loved that shit growing up. Then I had a song on GTA 5, so it was just like the craziest shit ever. So I play GTA 5 all the time.
I would love to have my
you have
song
people
on
like
there.
Juice WRLD, who incorporated the game's famous wasted screen into his music.
Wasted, get her off my mind when I'm wasted.
Wasted.
I waste all my
time when I'm wasted.
When wasted first came in my head, obviously I was thinking about like being like fucked up, and then also the GTA thing. One of my favorite games coming up playing, I used to sneak and play Vice City and San Andreas all the time. So I was just kind of tying different things in back into the same concept.
This was echoed by others like Designer, who used their time playing the game to influence their career-defining hit.
First, it was inspired by GTA. I'm in the crib. I was thinking about it like Grand Theft Auto. The other day before I was thinking about that, I just seen the panda emoji, so it was just like, it wasn't things that I brought that up to put it in there, but it was just like, my mind was thinking about all type of things.
And it doesn't stop there. For better or worse, the YBN crew led by Namir literally formed on the GTA 4 servers.
I mean, my homeboy Valley just became like way closer. Like we was the best people like on GTA 4. It was, you had different groups, of course, but it was like Slaughterhouse, you got mafias, weird shit, like hella game shit, just game shit. 2014, we was like, bro, we gotta come up with a three-letter name group. And so at first, like, we didn't know what to come up with, but then eventually we came up with YBN, and it stand for Young Boss Nigga, because we was like actually pushing not ever having to work with another man, like work for another man, I mean. And 2015, my homeboy Valley died.
But he may have taken it a bit too seriously, to the point where people started roasting him for acting like his GTA role made him a real-life gangster.
You look like a Grand Theft Auto character.
No, boy. I really did, though. I'm in passing mode, nigga. You see why nobody fuck with me, nigga? Cause they know if they fuck with me, they gonna get banned. They gonna die. Nigga, I'm in passing mode. You touch me while I'm in passing mode, this OV, nigga. Ain't no respawn. You touch me, you gonna die, period.
Even some of the most well-respected rappers have invested endless amounts of time and effort into the world of GTA. For example, T Grizzly has an entire roleplay server called Grizzly World, which not only has made him a nice bag that's worth over 6 figures annually, but it's something he takes incredibly seriously.
Listen, you've been inside, running up a check, you know what I'm saying?
I've been on Twitch, I've been on GTA.
Dog, you gotta help me understand, because I just saw this clip of you asking a little kid if he was gonna pick his mom or the homies, and then you smoked him, and then you drove off. What the fuck is this roleplay in GTA? Explain this thing.
Yeah, so you want me to explain that situation?
Yes, let's just start off with that. Cause
okay, so basically, right, it was this, I could tell he was young, you feel me? But he was already deep off the edge into the street, and he wanted to join Grizzly Gang. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna show you everything and see if this is what you really want. So I showed him everything, right? So now at this point, if we don't put him down, he gotta go because he know too much. So I asked him a question. The last part initiation, I was about to put him in Grizzly Gang. I asked him a question. I said, this your new family now. Ain't your regular family. This trump everything once you become a part of this.
Now, for some entertainment companies, having your entire brand basically being championed by rappers might be a cause for concern.
Yeah, I think YJ got one too for Gucci Land, Gucci Land or something like that.
They would worry that it would damage their brand, or that people who oppose hip-hop culture would therefore steer away from the product. But for the team behind GTA, this is anything but the case. Not only have they welcomed their connection and enabled rap and rap music to have a central role in the game, but its creators have actually been hip-hop heads since day one. Although it was developed by the entire team at DMA Design, which later became Rockstar Studios, the people who are largely seen for taking the GTA concept and making it what it is today are British brothers Sam and Dan Houser. From their early years, they were obsessed with the world of beats and rhymes, revealing in a rare interview with David Kushner that the brothers developed an obsession with the hip-hop scene across the pond in New York. They would race home to throw on records, sneak smokes, and dream. Sam and Dan idolized not only the rappers and the DJs, but also producer Rick Rubin of Def Jam Recordings. A scruffy white college geek turned impresario, Rick Rubin somehow insinuated himself into hip-hop culture, working with some of the biggest acts, injecting his own sound, and making millions on his own terms. Dan said, "People like that inspire me so massively," with series co-creator Mark Daly claiming, "It was supposed to be a cops and robbers thing, but nobody wanted to play as the police. GTA was one of the first games that allowed you to step into the treacherous shoes of a gangster. And given that so much of hip-hop in the 90s and early 2000s was dominated by similar lyrical themes, it made perfect sense for them to synchronize. And apparently, even the hip-hop tinge sound of its original title track set the stage for its deep-rooted connection with the music.
Hey, turn this shit down, cause I don't trying to get copyrighted. I'm just gonna keep it real with you, my nigga.
I had to win a lot of arguments to get GTA its radio stations. Then Rockstar in-house composer Anderson reflected in 2015, and that first hip-hop track played a big part in convincing potential supporters and silencing the naysayers. But while its ties to hip-hop began pretty humbly, it would be the leap into 3 dimensions on the PS2, where the bond became unbreakable and would only intensify over time. Beginning with Grand Theft Auto 3, hip-hop began to pop up on the in-game stations. In the case of Claude's journey around Liberty City, it could be soundtracked by the East Coast murkiness of Game FM, hosted by Stretch Armstrong and Lord Sear.
Yeah, what's up, Liberty City? You're checking out Game Radio. My name is DJ Stretch Armstrong. I'm in here with my man, Lord Sear.
Yo, what's the deal, fam, right here?
Among the standouts who could be heard that time around included beloved artists such as Royce da 5'9", Sean Price, Nature, and Bad Boy's Black Rob, among others. With Vice City stepping back in time to 80s Florida, they had to temporarily take a back step on the hip-hop content. However, it wasn't absent entirely, with Uncle Luke appearing as the host on Fresh 105 FM, which charted the early Miami-based sound. But while earlier games only featured bits and pieces of hip-hop, it was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas that fully embraced the culture. In a fictional version of 90s Los Angeles, San Andreas drew heavy inspiration from classic hood films like Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society, along with the rise of gangsta rap coming out of Compton and nearby neighborhoods. And immediately, they wanted to salute the culture itself by getting some West Coast legends on board and finding ways to salute others in character models. With the aid of producer DJ Pooh, who has since become a vital aspect of GTA's creation, they began recruiting talent. Among them was MC8, who portrayed the character known as Ryder. And when he was initially approached,
I swear that nigga looked like fucking Eazy-E. I swear to
former
God.
Compton's Most Wanted didn't realize how big of a deal it was or how it would affect his career.
And they wanted to use my songs for the radio station in the video game. That's how we got connected first. And then when they were working on whatever one I'm in, they called me up, Rockstar, and said they wanted to see if I would be interested in doing a voiceover for a character. And you know, having a little experience with the movie and all that with Menace, I already knew what a voiceover was. They wanted me to come read some lines for a character, but it was a video game. So I was like, I didn't think shit of it. I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever.
Man, when you go out, do people recognize you from your voice?
Half of the people knew it was me because of my voice. A lot of people thought it was Eazy-E because of how the character looked. So a lot of people
I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only one thought that was Eazy-E. Long live Eazy-E.
Eazy-E character. So they didn't pick it up until they would hear my song in the video game, and then they started matching my voice up, and then they would go, wait a minute, are you the character from Grand Theft? Are you Ryder? And then that's how a lot of the younger generation started picking up on MC8.
With his character model saluting the late great Eazy-E, others such as Sweet nodded to Ice Cube, alongside NPCs resembling LL Cool J and Tupac's character Bishop in Juice. Elsewhere, the game took on the role of Grove Street trader B-Dub.
What happened to for life? The only thing that matters is the hood, homie. But you'll never understand what getting this money is like. You know what, man? Get the out of here for you be laying on your back. Big Bear, come check this fool.
While legendary radio host Big Boy voiced Barry Big Bear Thorne.
CJ, man, come on, put me back on the team. Give me $20 and I'm all yours, man. Blast from the past.
On the radio front, you had Chuck D from the hip-hop group Public Enemy, who voiced Forthright MC on in-game Playback FM.
All transit between Los Santos and the greater Red County area is still limited. All of the bridges have opened. Now, how long did that shit take? Ridiculous.
Apparently, the team behind the game had clashes with him, with Dan Houser having to get another producer to step in. On top of that, there was Julio G's Radio Los Santos, serving up what were the cutting-edge gangsta rap tracks of the era that have since become classics from NWA, Cypress Hill, Too Short.
Damn, look at that. Look at all the songs that's on this bitch. Tupac feature Ping Pong. I Don't Give a Fuck. Bro, Dr. Dre. They had a lot. Snoop Dogg's and a lot of Dr. Dre's. One Eazy-E, a couple Ice Cube, Kid Frost. Who the fuck is that? And then That's a Crew, and Too Short. Okay. I don't know. Who the? Okay.
Short, Snoop, and more. And while he probably didn't know it at the time, he was about to become the voice of so many childhoods.
There's a station, the main station is called Radio Los Santos, and that's the station that I do. That was because of DJ Pooh. He wrote the game, Grand Theft Auto Radio Los Santos. San Andreas. But DJ Pooh, he went to bat for me. He told him, oh, no, hold up. You're gonna have to make an exception on this one, because I need this dude to be Julio G, because there has to be authentic. The authenticity of it, it's based in this era of time he's on the radio. So that's what Grand Theft Auto was about, San Andreas. And so that's what was a real big deal for me, because when I would go on tour Cyprus, I would always backstage meet somebody and be like, hey, Radio Los Santos.
Among the in-game characters that CJ crosses paths with, one of the most memorable is Mad Dog, voiced by none other than West Coast legend Ice-T. However, not every portrayal of rap culture was flattering. Just look at Oglok.
Oglok! It's OG Loke! OG Loke! You hear me, player?
Yes, of course. I hear you. You're only a few feet away, man. Listen, I'm a big fan. I love rap.
OG Loke, otherwise known as Jeffrey, is a fake gangster from Grove Street who tries to make it as a rapper and is widely believed to be based on none other than Ja Rule. And if that's really the case, then it's a very unflattering portrayal of the former Murder Inc. star. And not only is he a terrible rapper and a cowardly figure, but he actively plagiarizes Mad Dog's rhymes in order to obtain success.
You phony! Man, you can't prove nothing!
Hey, Jeffrey, you a bust. Straight bitch. You stabbed me and my brother in the back.
Man, I'm an artist. We all make mistakes. Ain't that right, Alki? You ain't no artist. You's a buster. You's a fake. Man, I was gonna give you credit on the next album. Man, royalties? Take that. I got more.
That should smack dog shit out your ass.
In a lot of ways, dissing Ja would make sense, as according to some rumors, 50 Cent was allegedly offered the role of CJ in San Andreas. But he rolled the dice, opting to make his own game with Bulletproof instead. I'm out to destroy the competition, and my video game is no different, said 50 Cent in an interview from around that time. I plan to shake up the video game world.
I ain't lying to you. If I'm 50 Cent, I would have did that CJ voice, bro. But hey, shout out to the dude who actually did CJ voice, though. Good for you, my dog. Hey.
Like I did with the rap world. While Bulletproof did business for 50, his decision to stay away from the role of CJ paved the way for the then relatively unknown rapper to step into his shoes. And while this sounds positive, things went a little sour between the voice actor and rock star over time. The man who became CJ was Young Melee, an MC who worked with everyone from Ice Cube to WC and King T, but wasn't necessarily considered a mainstream star. Like many hip-hop affiliated individuals, DJ Pooh secured him the job, with Ice Cube arguing that the whole concept of the game being located in a South Central inspired location was his doing.
We're all fans of Pooh, you know what I'm saying? And Pooh is funny, he's technical. He's the one who got Rockstar to do the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, that whole, you know, like take it from Miami and put it in LA. You know what I mean? Take it from the Miami dope culture to the LA gang culture. So he's the one who's behind the scenes with stuff like that, and he helped me write Friday. He produced It Was a Good Day, the song. So whenever we together, it's just magic.
Interestingly, Pooh actually set up the opportunity without his knowledge to ensure he was as natural as possible.
He had called me, and we was having a regular conversation, and he was in a meeting with them. They heard me talking, you know what I mean? And I guess they was giving them the thumbs up in there. You know, we was talking about music, different stuff like that, because, you know, Pooh is a hell of a producer. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we in there talking about beats. I'm on the rap on the phone and all this shit. And, you know, he in the meeting there with people. And when he hung up, he called me back like 15 minutes later. And he was like, hey man, I was in the meeting with Rockstar Game and I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to put too much on it or not enough. I wanted you to be Melee.
After being offered an audition, he fended off competition to win the role by reading a scene from Menace to Society. And from there, he was immersed in the intense workload required to bring the character to life.
Because I have to go in the studio and I have to record it. I'm being directed by someone that's on the side of me. And the script was thicker than 2 Bibles.
Wow.
Okay, now you get all this, you get all this dialogue down, you do all this. Okay, now I got to turn around and do it in a heavier voice because if you eat too much on the game, you gain a lot of weight. Now you can go in the gym, you can work it out. You know what I mean? CJ can get buff. He don't eat, he gets skinny. You know what I mean? It's like a real life type situation. But if you get heavy, then a heavier person's voice is different than when they thin. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I had to do all that a couple of times, but it was hard work, but I enjoyed it.
After giving the character his iconic voice, young Melee should have been Rockstar royalty, particularly as the game sold tens of millions of copies. However, their relationship deteriorated over time, and by 2020, Melee addressed rumors claiming that he would be returning for GTA 6 by making it clear it wasn't all good between them. To kill the rumors, I'm not involved in GTA 6 at all. Fuck Rockstar Games, period. CJ will have to be voiced by another motherfucker, not me. I never publicly dissed him because I made money.
Welcome to a series we like, we share. This year we stumbled across Lupo, an insanely talented DJ.
Money with them.
I thought CJ was dead. No, I thought CJ was dead in the game. Like in GTA 5, they was saying CJ dead. So CJ ain't dead. So CJ ain't dead. What the fuck?
That motherfucker don't care if I'm eating or not. Culture vultures from London making billions off LA, and we don't see 10% of that. As things carried on to spiral between them, Melee later opened up about the friction between them during a stream with Sean Fontenot, which is his cousin and rapper under the name OG Solo, who would portray a GTA protagonist in his own right as Franklin.
The people that was there when I was there are no longer employees there. Those were the people that I had the good relationships with. Those were the people that really cared about me. The people that's there now, they have no relationship with Melee, so they can care less. They can give a f if they see me again or not. The relationship that you got with them folks is kind of a little bit different because the people that's there now was not there when I was working for Rockstar. And I'm not a Rockstar employee, I'm work for hire, and I understand that part. Y'all hired me for work, I've done that. But I have no control over knowing what's going on in these games. I have no control over who's gonna be involved in these video games, because if it was up to me, like I said, me and you would already had a game with Slank. And I'm not the type of motherfucker that try to run off and go get with another video game company on some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I would never do no shit like that.
During the lengthy discussion, Melee believed that he never got the same treatment as his cousin and was duped into making money that he essentially left on the table.
I'm glad you out there at them Comic-Cons. I'm glad you out there signing autographs for the supporters, because you know what? That was shit that they told me not to do. We don't want you to go do that, man. I should have said what y'all want. But see, I was being respectful because I was part of the Rockstar family.
Like when Rockstar was saying you shouldn't go out or you can't go out and do this, they do that with everybody. They did it with me, they did it with Ned, they did it with Steven, they did it with everybody. And we see that they doing it with the other characters like Roger and them from Red Dead Redemption 2. They giving them leeway to go out and shake a few hands, man. I don't, my personal opinion, I don't think it hurts. I think it helps.
But see, they don't think that, Solo. Anytime that a motherfucker is out promoting what you're doing, it brings the money back. People that don't have that game, that meet you somewhere, now they're gonna go buy that game. Now they're gonna go check it out.
And now, after sacrificing so much, he felt like he was left out in the cold.
Damn. Because ain't gotta never do shit for me again. The thing of it was this, I just feel a certain type of way. If I make $1 billion, if I make $1 million with a motherfucker, man, I'm gonna try to make sure they cool. When you try to convince somebody that they family and then you treat them like they not afterwards, that's some bullshit.
While fans obviously love everything that Rockstar...
he ain't lying though, because you gotta treat somebody how you want to treat them. Bro, the Rockstar was fucked up with that shit.
Has produced. Not everyone agrees with their approach to business at times. And this is a prime example where the public took a side other than theirs. Young Melee is a real one. He seems way more concerned about the treatment of people than the money. I find it disturbing that this man provided a voice for my favorite game, and he's been dealing with this nonsense.
Damn.
Despite what's occurred between him and the company behind the game, Melee's iconic performance as CJ means he remains a cultural icon whether or not they're eager for him to own that role. And recently, he made a guest appearance on Kai Cenat's stream via Sean Fontenot's phone, where the AMP streamer became a kid again just listening to him talk.
Man, I'm right here with Kai Cenat and them on their stream, man. They want to hear your voice.
Oh, tell him I said what's happening.
Yo, CJ, what's good, bro? Bro, yo, I feel like, yo, bro, I appreciate you, bro, for real, bro.
I'll be in that bitch doped up, fucking happy as hell. I've been fucking excited to hear that voice, bro.
Said, oh,
pause.
Here we go again.
I didn't know y'all was finna call me. I'm eating a burrito like a
You just say, oh, shit, here we go again.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Ah! That's it. Oh, hold on. Let me try it.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
I love you, cuzzo. Oh, my.
After a success like San Andreas, the Rockstar team got to work again and returned to the present day for GTA 4. Released in April 2008, the game was their first offering on the PS3, and the Housers had bigger ambitions than ever going into its creation. You know, with those first 3D games, we were trying to make something that had the inspirations to be like a movie, Dan said prior to its release. I don't want to oversell this, but by GTA 4, we wanted to try to find something that could be better than movies in a way, more alive and more vibrant. It was time to move on and do our own thing. A sprawling return to Liberty City through the eyes of Serbian immigrant Niko Bellic. As he battles to make a life for himself in the GTA universe equivalent of NYC, the sounds of the modern East Coast were represented by Beat 102.7's Mr. C and Green Lantern, with the station's intro proclaiming,
It began on the streets of South Boy.
Turn that shit on because I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Alright. You done yet?
The station served up incredible tracks from Swizz Beatz, Nas, Style P, and more. And it wasn't solely new hip-hop that was represented, as you had DJ Premier on the classic station, serving up hits from the likes of Group Home, MC Lyte, Gangstar, and Main Source. Once again, GTA 4 was a huge success, selling 6 million copies in one day, before amassing a worldwide sales value of $500 million after 1 week. And after 5 years, they have achieved even greater heights when GTA 5 became the second best-selling game of all time, second only to Fortnite. Once again, they entrusted production icons to handle the soundtrack. Overseen by The Alchemist and Ono, their contributions featured the aid of Earl Sweatshirt, E40, MC8, and Currency. On top of that, their in-game radio show hosted characters by the name of Dr. O and the Chemical Bro on the lab.
Original GTA 5 score I participated in with my brother Ono with the legendary Edgar Freeze and Tangerine Dream and my man Woody Jackson. In the beginning, we approached the score like we were just gonna make beats like we always do. Then we came across the scenarios in front of us which made us become more creative, which were, you know, we'd rather not use samples. Let's make this something from scratch and create something all original.
We created the music from different songs that we actually sent out to Woody Jackson and all kinds of different musicians he had at the studio.
I mean, I think Woody they pretty much assembled like a band, you know what I mean? And like put together a mock band and just created music.
As for the big boy hosted radio, Los Santos, the playlist naturally had a bedrock of Cali artists, including Nipsey Hussle, YG, and various artists from the TDE camp.
R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle.
Kendrick, J-Rock, and
Kendrick, oh yeah.
However, with the tensions between the coasts from the 90s now a thing of the past, the station also played host to Freddie Gibbs, A$AP Rocky, Mane, among others.
Okay.
As time went on and the game's lifespan grew, Danny Brown hosted Fruit Radio on the Diamond Heist DLC as the young character Young Ancestor.
Oh, this party f***ing sucks. Yeah, this sucks. Listen up, everybody. After party, my penthouse, right now. Who coming? I'm coming, bro. Her. He's with her, I guess. Him, her. Definitely not you. That's it.
And after getting the opportunity to do so, the Detroit MC couldn't exactly believe what he had achieved. You gotta do what you gotta do when it's Grand Theft Auto. That's one of the best things in media history.
Right.
Rockstar asked me to send a big list of stuff I thought was dope, Danny said. They had a few things they wanted me to see on there. I put some stuff on there that I thought would be too far-fetched, but I forgot it's Rockstar, and they can clear fucking anything. Hearing myself in Grand Theft Auto was just so fucking surreal. He told Billboard in a separate interview, "I don't know whether to enjoy myself or shed a tear. I don't want to get emotional playing a video game." However, he might not be invited back after a chaotic livestream with JPEG Mafia on the Rockstar Games' channel, where he advocated for those who like playing GTA to act out those lifestyles for real.
You wanna play these video games shooting? Go for real and shoot shit.
Don't do that.
But he was far from the only rapper who provided their likeness or voice. In classic fashion, the game suggested he was involved in GTA 5, but that it just never came to pass.
Change Baraka Flame, you know.
Damn.
You gonna be in that new Grand Theft Auto?
You know what they call it, man, and we did a little bit of work with him, so
Yeah, dude. I love when you were in San Andreas, which, by the way, was the best Grand Theft Auto.
beat up, man. Beat up.
I've always wanted. I feel like that's when you make it. Like when I was a kid, I just wanted to be in a video game.
That's it, man. Once you're in a video game, then you just struck gold, man.
Yo, holler at Rockstar. I want to be one of the DJs when you steal a car. I want to be on the radio when you get in the car. You know,
that's easy, man. I got you.
However, there was a Tyler the Creator cameo where he delivered a succession of typically comical lines.
Hey, you like potato salad? Cause I like potato salad. Man, for real?
And for the former Odd Future leader, this was a dream come true, as he not only actively plays the game online, but hilariously sounds like the worst person to encounter when doing so.
When you play Grand Theft Auto online, man, what do you hear in those headphones, bro?
I don't wear the headphones.
Oh, okay.
I just go around punching people. I only play Grand Theft Auto in like this game called Drive Club. I don't play Call of Duty.
All right. You play GTA 5?
Yeah.
Los Santos? You know that's me, right?
Los Santos. Yeah, I was just at a station.
Oh, thank you,
day.
brother. I appreciate
But then I usually turn the radio.
But while these were all cool additions that the creators were likely excited about, it was no equal to getting Dr. Dre in the game. In December of 2021, the legendary producer portrayed himself in The Contract, a DLC for GTA 5 that saw players step into the shoes of Franklin Clinton after the events of the original game at a time where he has since become a talent agent. And in the game, his job is to help recover a stolen phone of Dre's, which maintains a whole host of material.
With everything that's going on in my life right now, this is the last fucking thing I need.
She's having an affair with the owner? I gotta call this guy.
Nah. This. If these two guys have what it takes to find my property, then they can definitely take care of this shit.
We got you, homie.
Good, because I'm done with swinging these fucking clubs, man.
What are you doing?
Listen, take care of these fucking assholes before they make trouble for me. And if you do, you can handle my business. My phone wasn't lost, man. It was stolen. And there's material on that fucking phone that I really care about. Unreleased material. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about me, you know that I don't put anything out before it's ready. And I'm dead ass serious about that.
We got you, homie.
Come on, guys. Let's get the out of here. I'm getting agitated.
You were kind of pissed off before they said anything. You really need to try something for your mood.
I am. It's called golf.
But while others rushed to align themselves with the franchise, DJ Pooh, who spoke to Rolling Stone, explained how the contract came out. Dre had no idea what Grand Theft Auto was about because he's not a gamer at all. He said he never played them, but over time, he taught him about the legendary sandbox game and what it meant to the industry. He was blown away by how deep you can get into the whole thing, Pooh added. He was like, oh shit. From there, Rockstar tried to make it as comfortable for him as possible, even making him a studio for his motion capture scenes. But one of the most interesting things about it was that the contract also led to a whole array of new music from Dre, with exclusive in-game material that included tracks like Gospel featuring Eminem, ETA featuring Snoop Dogg, Diamond Mine with Nipsey Hussle and Ty Dolla $ign, and the Rick Ross and Anderson .Paak assisted The Scenic Route. And if the connection between hip-hop and Grand Theft Auto weren't already enshrined into the culture by then it certainly was after dedicating an entire story arc to a legendary producer. Despite its incredible longevity, GTA 5's life cycle is finally coming to an end. And now, we're finally within a year of Grand Theft Auto 6 arriving to the consumers who've been asking for it for a generation. And while
hey, bro, I feel like they're gonna push that shit back. We're gonna wait till 2027 to get that bitch. I already feel it. Oh yeah, we gotta push it back one more time, guys. And we ain't getting GTA 7 to fucking, I turned in late in my 20s.
Still remain relatively unknown.
Damn,
it
serious.
appears that the journey of protagonists Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos will be tinged with hip-hop culture in the same way as the previous games. For starters, it looks like 50 Cent is not turning down the opportunity to be involved this time around, with the G-Unit legend now hinting at his involvement in the series' long-awaited return. I will explain this later. This shit bigger than power, trust me. But he's not the only rapper who has divulged his potential involvement perhaps a little earlier than he should have. During a live stream, T-Pain suggested that he's likely to be involved, although he's been very cagey with the details.
Oh, I need to be on No Pixel RP. I used to be. And then how about this shit? I used to be on No Pixel. Then I started working on the on GTA 6, and they told me I couldn't do RP anymore because it kind of goes against shit. They had this whole speech like, you know, like what if somebody took your album and re-recorded it and more people were listening to that? Then I'm like, okay, I kind of get that, but I was having a good time. All right, that's fine. Then I started working on the game with them, and then they teamed up with the people that kind of like make the RP. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like, what the
Yeah, it's confusing though.
Wait, that's shit. Y'all told me I couldn't do this. Y'all teamed up with the people that make that enable.
Like, just like, why would you tell me that in the beginning, and then the whole time you just gonna turn around and do the same thing? Like,
the RP shit happen. Anyways, whatever.
Elsewhere, Metro Boomin is still trying to break into the Rockstar world. Alongside releasing a song entitled GTA on We Don't Trust You, he still insists that one of his biggest goals is to get his own curated radio station in the upcoming game. And while whether or not Metro will achieve this goal is unconfirmed, it's accompanied by unproven rumors that Kendrick is going to helm his own station dedicated to his music too. But that's not all, as they had NPCs who were either voiced by rappers or were modeled after them. Some character models seen in the trailer have people wondering if they've maybe saluted some Florida rappers like Rod Wave and Kodak Black, among others. Although there's still a long time to go and a lot of details which remain unclear about the new game, one thing that's obvious is that the unofficial and unbreakable bond between the world of hip-hop and Grand Theft Auto is still intact as ever. And if anything, it might even be getting stronger with time. And May 26th.
Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on social media. Dip pop on the screen. I see y'all when I see y'all. Love you to the bottom of my heart, and I'm out.